So let's talk about self-publishing with Barnes & Noble without using Amazon KDP. I started my business as an author in 2008, self-published my first book in 2009, and back then, of course, like everybody else, I was publishing my books to Amazon KDP. Back then it was called CreateSpace. But today, one of the questions I get asked a lot on this channel is, who am I publishing with? And the answer is press.barnesandnoble.com. So Barnes & Noble Press did not exist back in the day, but I'm so glad that they exist today because the quality of their books is gorgeous. They actually print their books through Lightning Source, which is owned by Ingram Spark, and you get this really beautiful quality book. And they have very similar print sizes to KDP. They have amazing competitive pricing compared to KDP, and it's a great option for you if you still want to write and self-publish printed physical hard copy books, but you don't want to use KDP anymore because the pricing. So step number one for self-publishing with Barnes & Noble without using Amazon KDP is to choose your paper size. Choose your paper size. When you are self-publishing any book that is a physical copy of a book, you have to format the book according to your print-on-demand vendors' book sizes. Not all print-on-demand book vendors are created the same. A lot of them have specific sizes that they specialize in, that they print. KDP is one of those vendors that has a ton of different sizes that they print, but good news, so does press.barnesandnoble.com. And I think it's because they use Lightning Source. So you have a ton of options. So the very first thing you want to do is go through the options of the actual book sizes that they have and choose the one that you want to print your book with. If you are a fiction author, a lot of fiction authors use A5. If you are nonfiction, a lot of nonfiction authors use 6x9. It is completely up to you. I love the pocketbook size for my romance novels. Like, I used to read V.C. Andrews when I was a kid, and it was a pocketbook size, and I just love those sizes. I also love Nora Roberts, same thing. So choose the sizing that you want. There's no wrong option because the only way you're going to make sales is when you do your marketing anyway. No one's going to care about the size. So this is Barnes & Noble Press, and I just wanted to show it to you because it is so easy to use. So when you get to press.barnesandnoble.com, you're going to sign up for a free account, of course, but I wanted to show you where you can find all of the print sizes. So just scroll down, and then right here, select print book. Say your estimated page count. So for mine, my novel came out to about 210 pages, and then it'll give you all the print sizes available that you can use. And there's no wrong option. You're going to sell books through your marketing. So whichever print size you want to use is totally okay. This is one of my favorites, 5.06 by 7.81. But my novel is printed A5, 5.83 by 8.27. Totally up to you. And then you'll just select your interior. Mine was a paperback. I love a matte finish. And then I like to do the cream paper. It'll tell you your retail price, and you just click get started and you'll get your template. The second step for self-publishing with Barnes & Noble without using Amazon KDP is to format your book interior for that paper size. Format your book interior for that paper size. Now, if you're watching this video, I'm assuming you have already written your book. So if you have not written your book yet, you need to obviously do that first. Join my Godlywood Girl faith-based author school. I show you how to write and self-publish your own books that are solutions to problems, because that's going to help with your marketing. Go to christianauthorschool.com. I show you how to write a manuscript step by step. Now, after your manuscript is done, you got to format it for the paper size that you chose, and you're going to create what's called a book interior file. So all you have to do is go to Google Docs or whatever you're using to format your book interior. So I like to use Google Docs, but you can also use Pages. You can also use Microsoft Word. You can also use Adobe InDesign. There we go, Adobe InDesign. You can use whatever you want, honestly, as long as it formats the interior for you. So you're just going to build out that template for the size that you want it to be. Make sure you set your margins, your gutters. Press.barnesandnoble.com will tell you how much sizing they need for it to be a good fit, because you want when somebody opens the book for them to be able to comfortably read what's inside that spine. And Press.barnesandnoble.com will let you print a book that is outside the margins. KDP won't let you do that. Press.barnesandnoble.com will. They rely on you to be your own editor, so make sure you format with the correct specs. The third step to self-publishing on Barnes & Noble without using Amazon KDP is, now that your book interior is done, upload your book interior file to press.barnesandnoble.com. So one of the great things about press.barnesandnoble.com that I love them so much for is it is free to sign up on their platform. Remember Ingram Spark used to charge, like, I can't remember, I think it was like $40 to set up an account on there. And then they used to charge you a fee for listing a book. And then they used to charge a fee for like changing interior file formats and things like that. There are no fees on press.barnesandnoble.com. All you have to do is pay the cost of printing the book and shipping the book, and that's it. I love that for us as authors because it makes this attainable for all of us. So all you have to do is go to press.barnesandnoble.com, create a free account. You need to set up your vendor registration because obviously they want to make sure they can pay you your book royalties when you make a sale through the site. So make sure you set that up. You're going to need an EIN number, or if you're doing this, your social security number, do that. You're going to need your author name, and you're going to need your bank account information for either your business or your personal account, depending on where you want them depositing your funds. But you will need to set that information up before you can officially start selling on Barnes & Noble. So once you create your free account, go ahead and upload your book file. You're just going to create and then upload that book interior file, and you are on the next step. When you're uploading a book to press.barnesandnoble.com, you just click this create a new book and follow the prompts. It is very, very easy to do. Literally, you're just going to select print, click next, and just follow all the prompts. It is a little bit of a lengthier process, so I'm not going to take you through it in this video. Just follow the prompts and you'll be able to upload. And the next step is to create your cover file template. Create your cover file template. So when you are doing printed books, your cover file, like the outside of your book, it's called your book wrap, that needs to be designed after you upload your book interior. Every single book cover file depends on the thickness of your interior file because it's a wrap, right? Like it's the front and then it's the spine and then it's the back. So you have to wait until you upload that interior file to press.barnesandnoble.com, and then Barnes & Noble Press will give you a template to design for your cover. It's awesome. You don't have to guess. You don't have to be like, oh, how much is this? Because like KDP, sometimes I'd be having to do math, okay, it's 6, but it's plus 0.25. You don't have to do any of that for press.barnesandnoble.com. Once you upload your interior book file, they literally generate a template that you can download and design. It's perfectly designed for your book interior file. It's awesome. So after you upload, go to that page and then click to download the exact template for your book. I wanted to show you where to find that cover file template. So I'm just going to go over to my actual novel. I'll click here and click edit book, just so you can see where that cover template is. If I go to interior, you'll see there's a quick formatting guide. And then over here, they tell you the exact sizes, but you can actually just download the template that they give you. So for a new book, you'll see a template to download over here. I'm currently unable to edit this because obviously I ordered this in the mail. I'm waiting for my proof right now, praise the Lord Jesus. But you'll see it right over here where you can click and download that cover. And now that you have that template, go ahead and design your book cover. Go ahead and design your book cover. So this is like I said, that book cover wrap. And I like to do market research before I design a book cover. I like to go on a trending website for books, like you can go to New York Times bestseller list and things like that. Look in your niche and see what those book covers look like. Never copy somebody's cover. If somebody's designed a cover, that is copyrighted content. They have a creative copyright. So never copy a cover, but we can model it. So for example, when I first started writing books way back in the day, I used to put my face on the cover a lot. But then when I started looking at other daily devotionals in my niche, they didn't put their faces on the cover. It was just words. So I started doing my covers as just words. That's what I mean by modeling. Never copy, just model a trending design. You can design your cover in any editing software you want to. I like to use Photoshop, but you can also use Canva. You can also use InDesign. You can also use Pexels. You can also use Photor. You can use any design software that you want to. It really doesn't matter. Back in my day, this is like 2010. I used to use Microsoft PowerPoint to design my book covers. I still can't believe what I used to do. But, nowadays we have much better softwares and tools that we can use. But back then, they just didn't exist back then. But today, I use Photoshop or I'll use Canva. And you're just going to design the front, the spine, and the back. In Canva, there are templates that you can use to copy and paste onto your Barnes & Noble Press template to make this much easier and much quicker to do. But regardless, design that book cover and download it as a PDF print file. Some free game for you, and I learned this through BookBolt. Download it as CMYK. I didn't realize that to have the print be the actual colors we design with, we need to design in CMYK as the color profile, not RGB. Had no idea. But honestly, if you don't do all that, it's fine. The colors will be slightly different, but who really cares? Then once you've designed your cover, go ahead and upload that cover to press.barnesandnoble.com. And once you upload it, you're going to get a, what is they call it? It's like a proof. And you'll just be able to click the button, it'll open the proof, and you'll be able to make sure everything is sitting correctly on the page. One thing I like about Barnes & Noble Press is what you see in that proof screen is very accurate to what they actually print. I have another print-on-demand vendor that I use that I'm not going to say the name of because y'all be asking me all the names. I'm not going to say the name of it. But I have another one that I use that sometimes when I upload it according to the template they gave me, it'll be a little bit off. And it's really annoying. I have to email them and be like, bruh, you misprinted this again. Like, it's annoying. But press.barnesandnoble.com, what you see in that proof generator is very, very accurate to what they're actually going to print and send to you, which I really enjoy. So just make sure you like the way everything is sitting. It's much quicker just to change the file right there than to wait for the proof copy to get in the mail, and then you're like, oh, I don't like that this is so close to the spine, and then you have to go back and fix it. Just fix it on that proof screen. If you do need to fix it, you just go back to the upload screen and then re-upload whatever changes you made in that PDF file, and it's gonna update the previewer, and then you preview again, and just keep doing this until everything is sitting exactly how you want it to be. So let me go to one of my other books, Stop Publishing Books on Amazon, KDP, do this instead, just so I can show you what the proof looks like. So I'll click Edit Book. So once you upload all your stuff, you'll be on this review screen, and over here is where you can see the entire book and make sure everything is sitting correctly. Go through this, actually take a look and make sure, because like I said, if you have something outside the page, they will print it, okay? You can also download a proof, but I've never needed a proof. I just go through and use their previewer, and then when you're all done, just click Save and Continue. And finally, last but not least, go ahead and order your proof copy. Never, never, never list a printed book for sale without getting a proof copy in the mail. You just never know. You just never know. Even sometimes when I am editing and designing on my computer and I'll think something looks amazing and sits amazing, it's not until I get the proof in the mail and actually read through the book that I'm like, oh my gosh, like this graphic looks terrible here, or this watermark looks awful there, or this sentence needs to be moved up, or there's too much spacing in this margin. Like, I have to see the print to actually know it. So order the proof copy before you start selling this bad boy, because you just want to make sure that you are giving your best first impression as an author. We get one shot, one chance at making a great first impression when somebody orders our book. They're not going to say, oh, press.barnesandnoble.com messed this up. They're going to say, ooh, Stephanie Rodnez's books are, I don't like them. They look unprofessional. You know what I mean? We get just one chance at this. And I'm not telling you to fall prey to perfectionism. Honestly, perfectionism doesn't matter. Your book doesn't need to be perfect. I have purchased books that are literally on the New York Times bestseller list that have formatting errors. It is a normal part of the publishing process. Nobody cares. All they want is to make sure your book is a clear solution to their problem. That's it. So don't be so tied up by this. Get your proof in the mail and spend 3 years making sure there's no mistakes. Don't do that. Do a quick little scan through of the physical copy when you get it. Make sure everything is sitting correctly, and now go ahead and publish that book, which means to make it available for sale. You can sell your book directly through barnesandnoble.com. But the only thing is, if you look at the royalties are pretty high. They're going to take a huge percentage if you sell it through barnesandnoble.com. Instead, what I recommend that you do is list it for sale on your own website. And then when somebody purchases on your website, you log into press.barnesandnoble.com and you order a copy printed and shipped directly to the person who ordered on your website. Because when they order on your website, you're going to have them pay for shipping. You're going to have them provide their mailing address. So I would just sell through my own website and then order that printed and shipped through press.barnesandnoble.com. I'm so excited to show you how to build your website quickly using AI. A huge shout out to hostinger.com. They have sponsored today's video and they've given me a discount code for you guys. Go to hostinger.com/Godlywood Girl. Go ahead and pick your plan. I love the business plan. You get multiple websites, and the best thing, 0% transaction fee. So when you make a sale, you actually get to keep it. So go ahead and click choose plan. And then what I love about Hostinger, the longer the period that you choose, the less you'll pay each month. So if you do the 48-month plan, oh my goodness, look at this. Like if you were on Shopify, it would be $29 per month, no matter how long you're on there. I love that about Hostinger. They reward your longevity. And you'll also get free additional months included when you do the longer period plan. And then over here where it says have a coupon code, click that. and type in Godlywood Girl. And shout out to Hostinger. They gave me a 10% off coupon exclusive for you guys. Just put in Godlywood Girl and it'll take 10% off your order. So go ahead and click continue. Once you get to the AI website builder, you're going to type in your brand name. So I'll type in Stephanie Rodnez and type in a description of your business, because Hostinger's AI website builder is going to build your website for you in literally a few minutes, like not even minutes, seconds. And I'm about to show you. So I'm going to put in, I write and sell Christian romance novels that are featuring business women of faith as they fall in love at the same time. And because I said I sell, it automatically added an online store to my site. You want this to happen. And then click create a website. And you are about to see why I'm trying to tell as many authors as I can that it's so easy to build a website now. Hostinger does it for you. Now, how many seconds was that? Look, I have a website. How many seconds was that? Hostinger does it for, ooh, they gave me a book club. That's such a good idea. Hostinger does it for you. Over here, you can put create again if you don't like this template. So for example, I'll just hit create again, create a website, and it'll generate it again for you. And you can do this as many times as you want to until you get a template that you like. I actually did like the original one, but I just wanted to show that to you. You see how it generates it again in a different format. And also over here, you can change your branding. So I like this purple for my Christian romance novel business, so I'll change to that purple. But yeah, you can change all of this. Once you have something that you like, click continue. So it says here, set up your store. We're going to add our products. So click add products. I'm going to add my digital ebook. You know me, I like to sell digital. So I'm going to upload images and generate product details with AI. They have an AI description for you. So you can literally have your product descriptions written with their AI tool. It's amazing. So click here, upload your front cover, give it just a couple of seconds, and it's going to write it for you. You see how quick this is going? This is insane. This is absolutely insane. Dive into Purpose, the novel, a gripping work of contemporary fiction that tells the heartful story. Look at this. Look at this. Amazing. A not so sweet Christian romance. That is my subtitle. So I'm going to sell it for $37. And then you have to upload the file here. And then I like to do 30 days for the download link. And then I like to turn off show related products. And down here, just click save. That is how quick it is to add your product to your Hostinger store. Now it's taking you back to your products page. The AI builder gave you ideas for products. Go ahead and delete those. So you can just select them and click delete. You should only have your book for sale. If you have multiple books, go ahead and upload all of them. Once you've uploaded your book, right up here on the top right, click edit website. And now we are going to very quickly format our website. So first thing, like I said, Hostinger is what you see is what you get. So the first thing I'm going to do is replace this header. I'm going to click add section. I'm going to choose this one, predict the future by creating it, this little header here. Very, very pretty. I'm going to click edit section, select video, and click replace video. And I'm going to type in woman reading. And then I'm going to find an image that matches my, ooh, this is beautiful. Oh, this has a little bit of purple that matches my brand pretty well. She's beautiful. This is actually a close-up of a book, which is pretty brilliant. I think I might do the, oh, she's perfect too. She's sipping coffee while she reads her book. Let's start with her. Select item. Look at that. And so now that that's there, I can click this one and delete this section. Again, Hostinger is what you see is what you get. So I can slide this all the way down and I'll put Christian romance novels. And that's it. Delete this. And then here I'll put shop now. And then I'm going to link to and select page and select your book. And that's it. Now I am going to change this image because I'm realizing now this is actually a magazine. So edit section again, replace video, and let me go up to the other one that I like, the close-up of the actual book. Here we go. This one right here. Select item. Excellent. Isn't that beautiful? So I'll just scroll this upwards. And here, this part is very important. Add a section, select online store, select single product, and now your book is available right above the fold. Isn't that beautiful? And so the rest of these sections I don't need, so I'll just click delete. If I had more books, this would be perfect, but you can see I only have the one book here. But if you have multiple books, upload all of them and then you'll have them all for sale here. I actually do have the coloring book and the prairie journal, so I could do that, but let me just get rid of it for now. Always keep your join your community tab. That's very, very important. And now that I have this coloring, I can actually change this color. So click edit section, section color, click this little thumbnail here, click pick a color, and then go ahead and select your purple color. So actually, let me grab it straight from here. Source it a little bit better. There we go. Excellent. And then in here, again, what you see is what you get. So I'm going to get rid of the socials because I just don't have those yet. And I do always recommend keeping your email list. Just like that, I have a website. So I'm going to get rid of this. Shop the full collection is what I'll put there. Or, you know what, I'll put welcome to Christian romance novels. You can put whatever you want, really. And then I'll click edit section, and I'm gonna actually make it the same purple color because I'm really feeling that. It looks really pretty. Look how pretty. You know what? I'm also gonna change these button colors. So click in here, click edit section, click button. You guys can see what I'm saying, right? What you see is what you get. Literally what you see is what you get. It makes it so simple. Edit section again. I'm gonna go over to style, text color. Now, I'm going to undo that. And up here, you can just do undo right there. I'll keep that black. Yeah, this is pretty great. Maybe I'll change this button color as well. This is so much fun for me, by the way. And I think I'm going to change this color as well. Oh, you know what I'm going to do instead? Instead of changing this color, I'm going to change the background color and make it that purple. And then I'm going to make the text color white. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Okay. And I'm so sorry because I really need to move this along, but I just want to find one more video. One more video. This one. Look at this. Yes. Okay. Okay. And then I can change the heights. I can change where this sits. Everything is customizable, my loves. Look at this. Oh, that's so pretty. We have an entire website. It took just a couple of minutes. So up here, go to save and click save, then click preview and make sure you take a look. So this is my Christian romance novel website. It's so pretty. Oh, it's so pretty. My goodness. You see how this is so fast? It just takes just a few moments. Somebody can click add to bag, and then their shopping cart would be full, and they would be able to actually check out, or they can go to the shop page. They can click on it. They'd be able to check out. And just like that, you have a website for your entire novel business. Hostinger makes it that simple. When you're done, click go live, and your website is available. So to get started, go to hostinger.com/godlywoodgirl. Use discount code godlywoodgirl at checkout to take 10% off your entire hosting plan. Now, if you need help setting up your own author platform, or you need help writing your own books, launching your own author business, make sure you come join the Godlywood Girl Faith-Based Author School. I show you how to do it step by step. Let me give you a little sneak peek. Hey, it's your girl, Steph Rodnez, and if you've been struggling to move forward on your journey as a faith-based author, I've created a brand new community called the Godlywood Girl Faith-Based Author School, just for women like you who want to move forward in your purpose as a woman of Christ, writing books. The school includes the Author Toolkit, which has 10 tutorials for 10 different types of Christian books you can write, including nonfiction books, daily devotionals, prayer journals, ebooks. There's a lot in there. You'll get access to the Godlywood Girl Book Funnel Toolkit, which shows you how to take your book, bundle it up, and put it into a sales funnel, including a lead magnet funnel, a tripwire funnel, and my very favorite, a webinar funnel. You'll get access to the book promotion toolkit, which shows you how to create a marketing plan to promote your funnel, because in order for people to buy our books, right, we have to tell them about it. And that's what the marketing toolkit shows you how to do. Plus, you'll get access to a community of other women who are writing faith-based books just like you are. Sis, you do not have to do this alone. Come join the brand new Godlywood Girl Faith-Based Author School so you can get the tutorials you need, You can get the community you need, and most importantly, you can get the network that you need to step into your purpose as a faith-based author. I can't wait to see you there. Visit ChristianAuthorSchool.com to fill out the application form and apply today. And in the meantime, my love, don't forget to watch my free 3-day Start Your Book Business Challenge, where I'll show you how to start your author business online by creating your own email list of book readers. Go to ChristianBusinessToolkit.com. That's ChristianBusinessToolkit.com. The challenge is not going to be available for too much longer. You guys know I'm transitioning to writing Christian romance novels. I'm so excited. So it's not going to be available for too much longer. So make sure you take advantage while it's still there. ChristianBusinessToolkit.com. And in the meantime, don't forget to watch this tutorial for even more resources to help you step into your purpose as a faith-based author even faster. Can't wait to see you there.